Will you remain standing as we welcome our 15th president of Florida Memorial University, the first alumnus to receive and be appointed to this position? Can we welcome President William McCormick to the podium?
Please, you may be seated. Today is not simply a celebration. It is a remembrance of courage. Today is a testimony of faith and living proof that a prayer spoken long ago still breathes through us today. Imagine, it is the year 1879. The sun hangs low over North Florida, casting a warm, amber glow across untouched land. There are no paved roads beneath their feet, only dirt paths worn by journey and survival. No grand buildings rising into the sky, no residence hall echoing with laughter, no stadium lights cutting through the night, no laboratories alive with innovation and discovery. There is no sign, no structure, no visible evidence of what this place will one day become. Only wilderness, thick pine trees stretching endless towards the heavens, Spanish moss hanging off oak trees like quiet witnesses to history, the sound of wind whispering through the cypress, and the distant calls of birds settling in the dust. And there, moving gently through it all, a river, the Sawana River, dark, reflective waters, flowing slowly, deliberate, eternal. A river that had seen slavery and heard the cries of the oppressed is now stood at a silent moment, understanding that they're about to see something brand new being born. No crowds, no cameras, no ceremony, just nature. Just nature and a handful of determined souls standing at the edge of uncertainty, yet anchored by unshakable faith. Because sometimes God does his greatest work not in what is already built, but in places where nothing exists except belief. And on its bank stand a small group of visionaries, newly free yet not fully free. Their hands still remember the weight of chains, their backs still carrying the memory of burden. Their eyes have seen what no human should endure, yet somehow their vision stretches beyond what they can see. They gather not as a people who have it all together, but as a people who had nothing left but God. And in that moment, they did something powerful. They kneeled, not on polished floors, but on the dirt that still holds the imprint of struggle. And they began to pray, their voices trembling, their words broken yet reaching heaven anyway. They were not praying for what is, they were praying for what must be. A school, a place where a black child could learn to read, not in secret, but in freedom. A sanctuary where faith would anchor them when the world tried to erase them. A place where minds would be liberated. They were praying for continuity, that what they started would outlive them. They were not praying for themselves. They were praying for people they would never meet, names they would never know, faces they would never see. They were praying for us. And today, 147 years later, we stand as the living answer to that fervent prayer. Florida Memorial University was born from faith, built through sacrifice, sustained by resilience, and carried forward by generations who refused to let the dream die. Rooted in legacy.